Hi, this is Dana, and as I promised yesterday, I'm coming back with more systematic um, sharing information. I wanted initially to choose another topic, but then God said that there is still a lot of confusion about the embodiments and identities. And indeed, each topic I talk about is very broad, and the videos really don't give me enough space to speak about it. And the fact that I'm doing it on the spot like this, like God wants me to, doesn't give me the opportunity to systemize the information properly. So I will talk a little bit more precisely, more in examples, so you will understand exactly how this impacts your life. This is extremely important piece of the spiritual fighting and of the self-healing that you must do. Yeah, and this is related to this idea of uh, subconscious, inner child, which I already described in yesterday's videos, that literally it is being created on you by individuals. This is not how God created individuals. The subconscious level and this inner child, which we keep talking about, literally it is being created by darkness, attacks on you. It's a ball of energy, if you want, but literally it has a doll, a voodoo doll image of you, of how they want you to become. Yeah, and they keep sending darkness to you on that doll. They have rituals at certain times by certain people, and they keep adding more and more darkness until that doll, which is the subconscious or the inner child, becomes strong enough to overlap on your energy body. Now, I'm not going to go into depth about cleansing and stuff like this. Maybe we'll do another video on that. Most of my videos are talking about it, but let me give you examples so we can talk more applied about this topic. So, as I said, this is being created in the form of a voodoo doll, of an image of who they want you to become. What does it mean? They can use a certain identity which they place upon you, yeah, and they can create this voodoo doll of you with that identity that you become, or they can literally create from the scratch an individual. So, for example, they say, I want her to be obedient. I want her to not have courage. I want her to be fearful. I want her to undermine herself, to sabotage herself, not to have strength, not to have courage, to be people pleaser, to not have her own opinions, to want to fit in, to seek validation from others. They make a whole list of all of this, yeah, and to understand very clearly each and every attribute which I mentioned, but there are much more than that. They can also talk about your sexuality. You must know. They can say this: I want him to be homosexual. I want him to be attracted to same-sex individuals. I want him to be addicted to sex. I want him to be unfulfilled by sex. There anything they can. I have seen in my spiritual fighting and journey in learning about this. Mind-blowing things that they create, and for each and every attribute which we are talking about, they assign a certain type of darkness. It can be a spirit, sorcery. It can be a spirit of a dead person, which is necromancy, working with graveyard magic. It can be poltergeist. And please remember that I said in one of my videos that a poltergeist spirit can be somebody who is alive, contemporary with you. It doesn't have to be a dead person necessarily. That means a person is binded at you and they want you to become that person. If you are too strong, they do all the attacks on that individual who is binded at you. And then they expect you to become him because he lives as a spirit in your energy, is binded at you, is feeding on you. So it transfers to you a lot of attributes and things they do. They do swamping, yeah. So it's very broad activity, and they make a lot of money by doing this because there are individuals at very high level who have a totally different agenda. I said yesterday it's much on global level, but there are many convents made of mercenaries which do this for a living and they earn money by doing this. So they have a catalog, they have a book of knowledge with all these role plays and prototypes of individual who you should become and what type of darkness to assign to you. They can assign to you animal spirit. For example, for sexuality, any type of sexuality, they will assign a snake spirit on you. For example, I casted out recently a sorcery attack at me with a crocodile spirit, which it might seem funny, but it's not, because the crocodile spirit was binded at my vagus nerve, which is along the spinal cord, and basically that literally reaches all your nervous system in all your body. So through that they can send to you whatever energy on whatever function of your body. Yeah. So this is not something to be taken lightly. This is why I'm making the third video on the topic. Yeah. So again, they will decide what type of prototype they want to make out of you. That means that voodoo doll, which again can be a voodoo doll which they create, or it can be an identity which they have already in the book of knowledge, and they have there a description of that prototype, how that individual, or it can even be somebody who is contemporary with you, alive, which they bind to you. Yeah. And that means overlapping one of these to your energy body, that means that you will feel in your energy that individuals or voodoo doll addictions which they have decided to transfer to you, any wounds, any traumas, any curses, generational curses that they carry with them, you will fight somebody else's fight, because that, so if a poltergeist spirit is binded to you, sometimes as a spiritual spouse or just simply attached to you to feed on you on certain type of energy, it can come with a generational curse, yeah, or many generational curses, and those take power over your life. It becomes your fight because that spirit, it lives into your energy. Yeah. So normally this is not your karma, this is not your generational curse, but you have to fight it off if you want to get rid of the poltergeist spirit. And I have done this in my spiritual fighting. I had to fight for a poltergeist spirit which was attached to me. I'm giving just one example, I'm not talking about all of them. I had to fight and break the generational curses of that poltergeist spirit, so that poltergeist spirit can detach from me and to send it back, and so I can be free. I couldn't be free because of that spirit which was attached to me on purpose to drag me down. Again, if you are too powerful, they will find ways to use intermediaries, either from day-to-day life or just spirits from different dimensions, yeah, from 3D, from 4D, and so on. So you will find you will find in your energy attachments brought by that, addictions, wounds, traumas, curses, things which are not of you. This is why it's subconscious level, because it's not you, it's not your conscious free will decision that generated this. It is on subconscious level, unbeknownst to you, because it's done with darkness on you. You do not know that this is being done, but this energy is in your field, in your aura. Yeah. So, and it grows exponentially with time. It's being amplified with time, and at some point it becomes stronger than you, and that's when you start realizing, well, but, and I remember when I started my spiritual fighting, I kept talking to her, and I said, cast off anxiety and fear, and they said, but I'm not fearful, I'm not afraid of this. But then the energy of fear was attached to me through one of these poltergeists, you know. So believe me, it's extremely weird feeling to feel the energy of fear. However, on soul level, on spirit level, I was not fearful, but it was the fear energy in my field, in my energy field. It came with an attachment, which was sent by them on purpose, because they were annoyed that I'm not fearful of them. They said, we will make you fear. But they literally, what they did, they attached to me a spirit which was very fearful, you know, which it's not pleasant. So literally, this is what happens. It's being attached now. Further from this, one of these attachments, or all of these attachments, can literally bring into your life, as I said, generational curses and so on, their relations with others. Generational curses, for example, it can be, if you're a woman, to be cheated on by your partner, to be betrayed in your job, in your business, in your marriage, in your love life, in, you know, to be not loved, to be I'm cheated, to be not appreciated, to be taken for granted, to be, there's so many, there's such a long list of traits that they can bestow upon you in order to drag you down, because all of this is negative energy which pulls you down. Yeah. That means basically that you will start encountering individuals with these characteristics. Yeah, because it's this attachment, energetic attachment on you, which drags them to you. It's not you, but still you have this darkness attachment on you, which brings these people. Now you will meet different people in your life. And if you have this embodiment on you, let me give you an example. There's an individual, an identity they give to you, and they say that individual was married, divorced, I don't know, let's say married 3 times, divorced 3 times. Now, this is what's going to happen to you in relation to whoever you decide to marry, even if that individual who comes to you maybe loves you. Once this is done on you, that individual automatically develops a relationship with the poltergeist which is being binded to you, which means starts to think of betraying you and all of these things that I described, not loving you, taking you for granted, cheating on you, stealing from you, slandering your name, exactly what was already decided when this was casted upon you. Yeah, so you will live the life of that poltergeist, literally, and everyone around you, because that poltergeist has in its own aura all of these spirit attachments, yeah, of jealousy, of hate, of envy, of whatever, and all of this becomes your reality. It impacts your life to an extent that I want you to take this video. I'm going to describe a little bit more, and I want you to take this video, sit down in quiet, and review your life and try to view it from what I'm describing now, and investigate each individual relationship you had, and try to understand to which extent some attachment on you of this type could have created that. Maybe you would have chosen a different partner. Maybe you would have chosen a different career. Maybe you would have chosen a different path in life if a poltergeist wouldn't have been attached to you. Yeah. So you must understand that it literally shapes up your life and your energy. They literally play God by doing this. There are certain prototypes of individuals who are drawn to you. You know the old say, which people say, what comes to you represents what you are. You know, that you are attracting what you are. And I will say this, you are many times attracting what type of darkness attachments they created on you. So you don't attract to you what you are, but if you have a certain poltergeist attachment on you, you will attract to you the type of darkness of and I remember that the type of darkness that you carry because of these attachments. I remember that a long time ago when I used to go to church, I went to a confession. I spoke to my priest and I said, I do not understand why this man. There were a number of men who kept trying to pursue me. And I rejected all of them. All of them were upset with me. And I was talking to my priest and I said, I do not understand. These men are womanizers. And I do not understand why only this type of men come towards me, because this is something which I deeply resent and I don't like. Not since now, since always, since I was a small child. Loyalty to me in human relation, and particularly in lovely relation, it's deeply important. It's fundamental. So I don't understand why are these men coming to me? Because I'm not that type of girl which they are looking for. So why are they coming to me and they actually want to impose on me a totally different style of life, which I don't appreciate? And I don't understand why I can't find somebody who thinks more like me. And this is one explanation why. Because of this type of darkness, a work of darkness done on you on purpose by people who specialize in this in order to create this kind of damage on all of us. And they get paid to do this. I keep emphasizing this. Yeah, there are certain people who do it because they're stupid and they just send out curses and stuff like this. But plenty of them are just paid. People who do this for money. Okay, so as I said, a poltergeist spirit can be attached to you. For example, I'll give you an example. I think I made a video once talking about homosexuality and same gender sex and stuff, and saying that it's not that I do not believe in same gender sex. I do not, I know for a fact, it's not that I don't believe, I know for a fact, this is not coming from you, it comes from all of this darkness, work done on you or on your whole family. It can be a generational thing. And I'll give you examples. I researched this and I didn't talk too much about it because I know it's controversial and I don't want people who have this issue to find offense in what I'm saying, because I'm not saying to offend them. I'm saying for them to reflect on it and to get help, not the help that they find in hospitals, but the help in spirituality. Because, for example, if you're a man and a woman spirit, a poltergeist woman spirit is attached to you on sexual energy, then you can become easily transgender. You can say, and you, because I keep watching on TV and say, I identify as a woman. Yes, man, because you have a woman attached to you. This is why. Somebody wanted to destroy, because sexual power is personal power. It's extremely important in spirituality. Yeah. So they wanted to drag you down. So they attached a woman on you sexually. And they do rituals periodically, many times a day, on you with that woman. And then you say, I identify as a woman. I believe you. But it's not you. It's just a spirit which you need to fight off. This is the problem. And they will pay a woman to do even prostitution in order to drag you down and to create sexual addiction of homosexuality and of transgender and so on and so forth. This is being created by people who do this on purpose. So to me, it's unacceptable, because there are people who sit with cold blood, and they make fun of this, and they make money out of this by casting all of this darkness on other people. And this is not acceptable. Again, all of this can be done by a poltergeist spirit attached to you. And I wrote here to remember. And they will pay these individuals, who are usually doppelgangers of you, to do this much, I don't know how to say this, this much, for example, in this example of homosexuality and transgender, this much prostitution, this much rituals, until they literally bring onto you not only attachment and addictions, yeah, but principalities which make you their dominion, which that makes it a very deep addiction, which you can still fight off, but it makes it harder for you. It makes it harder for you. And then they will do at the same time levitation by saying to you that on subconscious level, yeah, because you have that voodoo doll of energy, which is the inner child, traumas that they created, to be shameful, that other people will find out, to feel discriminated, to feel like you're not worth to be loved, and so many others that God has shown to me. I wrote everything in the file which I made in the Akashic record specifically, and I asked specific instructions that all this information will be shown to all those people who actually have this problem, so they will understand in their own privacy that this is not them, and this is not who they are, and this is done on them. They need to claim justice, judgment, and punishment first thing, so they can start the spiritual fighting, and so they can see who exactly did this to them, and how, and what type of spirits were used, and so on and so forth. But they need to fight it off, yeah? So these are embodiments by darkness. These are done by darkness. Again, they have a book of knowledge, and they have a lot of these role plays and these identities which they bestow upon you as the embodiment. It's an embodiment, it's not an incarnation, because it's the energy, is the spirit of that particularity and of that individual who they want you to become, yeah? Again, a poltergeist spirit can be somebody who is still alive. And I'll give you one more example before I close this, so we'll be more precise. We have now this scandal with Didi convent, and I'll give you an example, because God showed me that some people said that this is crazy. Didi convent and Epstein convent are not related to us. No, it is, because they are in a network, and they pay money. For example, convent here in Romania pays money for convent in United States run by Didi, Puff Didi. And they say, we want the prototype of Justin Bieber, because we have individual here in Romania who we want to become like this, yeah? And they can bind through rituals Justin Bieber to you as a male, for example, even as a woman, doesn't matter. They can bind him to you. Now, because they already have Justin Bieber in their convent, so they already pulled him down. You have seen now on TV how far it went with drugs and with diseases and all of this. And they need only to establish a schedule, and they say every 3 days or every Tuesday and Thursday at this and this time we do ritual. So they make a party in United States with Justin Bieber with sexual rituals. And because Justin Bieber is binded to you, everything that he does in that ritual will reflect into your energy. Do you understand this? You can, if you're a strong person, you can put up with that for a while. But then if they, even the drugs he takes, you can feel it in your energy. It affects you. The diseases he gets, the addictions, the wounds he has from all the trauma and the rapes and all of this that he lived. I give you Justin Bieber as an example because you already have the prototype, so you will understand what type of transfer can be made on you. So the whole experience he had, which you already can see on the internet now, it will come into your energy field with him being binded at you. Now, once they did this, again, there will be constant rituals and everything that he does. How many times he goes through all of these promiscuous entourages and stuff will drag you down. Now, he is a singer. On him, they can do attacks through the audience. So they say, for example, idolatry. It's one type of energy attack by spirituality, and it has principality and spirits attached on this. So on all artists, they do this idolatry attack by the audience and also by paparazzi. Yeah, I already wrote this long time ago. I didn't share it publicly because I wanted first for authorities to understand how it works. And that means a very strong attack because you have huge crowds of individuals sending that type of energy to him. Oh, but meanwhile, they binded him to you. That means you get the same type of attack through him on you. Do you understand how it works? So they can decide to send through audience or through paparazzi or through mass media, which is slandering his name and so on and so forth. And of course, there are multiple ways in which that energy attack can be amplified. Yeah, but everything that's being done on him, however, it will end up in your energy field because he's binded at you. Do you understand me? Now, in my mind, I don't believe that Justin Bieber is a poltergeist, to be very clear. But they can still make a binding between him and you. Yeah. They also, all these convents, they also claim all these individuals who are in their rituals and stuff. So they can use him even if he doesn't know. It doesn't mean that Justin Bieber knows that he's going to be binded to you. Yeah. It means that they own him, and as long as they own him and they claim him, they do things without telling him even, and that's his own spiritual fighting. But I'm giving you this example so you will understand what type of trauma and practices and addictions and curses and attachments can be transferred to you by this embodiment. And literally what they do here, they do a ritual on you of you becoming Justin Bieber. It doesn't mean that you're going to become a singer and famous, but it means that they can transfer all the harm doing they do on him onto you. Yeah. So I gave you this example specifically so you will understand, because then you can research how you can make your own list. So if Justin Bieber would be binded to you, what could they transfer to you into your life? What type of attacks? And keep in mind that if they do this constantly, these orgies and stuff like this, keep in mind that every time this is being sent to you. Now, if you're not a person who does constant healing on energy and cleansing energy in your space, in your body, in the house, in the car, in the workplace, and so on, now imagine that the build-up is gonna last for a while and then it's gonna take over your energy. And then all of a sudden, you will wake up one day and you will say, I see myself as a woman. Of course you see yourself as a woman. Who the fuck knows how many people are binded at you? You need to understand how this works in order to clear all of this. And again, I don't say this as an offense to people who deal with this. I am lucky enough not to have to deal with consequences of these attacks, but these attacks are done on everyone. So you will understand. We all go through these attacks. And you will feel like, for example, I remember that I was speaking again a long time ago. I was living in Germany, and I confessed to my priest, and I said, I feel such a horrible pain on my soul, and I have absolutely no reason, I am at the place and time in my life where I recreated my life. It's been years from my divorce. I am already, I got a new home, I got a new career, I moved on, I have a beautiful life. I am at the time when I literally become to feel fulfilled from so many perspectives. I'm not in love with anyone. I'm not hurt from love. I'm not in any relation to imagine that somebody is doing something that it bothers me or something. So I said, so I don't understand this soul pain, but it feels like it's so deep. Sometimes I feel like I would reach inside of me, just take the soul out and put it on the table, because it's just so painful. And this was done through a binding. Somebody binded a poltergeist on me on soul level in order to create this in my energy. There's a much broader topic to talk. Now it's 31 minutes, and I'm gonna stop because I want to make sure that I can upload this. But I wanted to give you examples how, and again, I talk about this example. For a long time, I had long discussions with a priest at the time, and I said, listen to me, I feel like I'm dying. There's a huge pain on soul level. I have nothing physically. I have nothing mentally. I have no reason to be upset. I'm in a good place from all perspectives. At the time, I finished also my debt. I paid off my mortgage, and literally, I have no reason for this pain. Yeah. But this is what happens when a poltergeist spirit is attached to you, and you feel in your energy what they bring to you, what they bring into your life. Yeah. So, and this is an embodiment. It's an embodiment because it's not an incarnation. The embodiment can go far, can be on energy level, can be on spirit level, can be on different dimensions, can be on different type of energies. They can bind the poltergeist on your soul, on your sexual life, on your, depends on different things, pending on what type of energy they want to harvest from you. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop now because it's already 33 minutes. I hope this time I gave you more hints so you'll know and understand how to research this in your life, to understand how this was done to you and what are the consequences. Please ask justice, judgment, and punishment, because this is critically important, so you can start fighting it. Not only that it increases your power, but God will show to you who did this in your life, so you can actually start fighting it. Yeah.